Hey y'all, hey, it's another episode of Bonafide Her Podcast featuring the one and only Miss Brandy Carmon. Me, 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 me.
Hi.
How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, we blessed to be alive another day, another blessing. Hello. So
Oh yeah. All right.
So let's get it started. So Miss Brandy, can you tell us like your sports story to how you got to where you are?
It's crazy because I actually started off as a cheerleader. So I tried that for a little bit, but once I hit middle school, I realized, okay, let me try soccer. Because middle school you can play everything. So I was like, let me try everything. I tried soccer, I did volleyball, basketball, and that's when I found a love for it. I ran track. So I found a love for basketball and track. I went on to play in high school. I didn't know I was good at it. And then I didn't know that being left-handed was such a big deal in basketball. People just loved, every coach just loved the fact that I was left-handed because it was usually one or two on the team. So felt kind of. So high school is when I kind of had like a passion. In middle school, I liked it, but high school was passion. But then that's when I kind of developed also attitude because it's like, okay, I'm good at a sport. And it came with a little attitude. So I didn't go as far as I could have because of that. But I coach now, so I teach it, that can be your downfall. I tell people that all the time. So as far as I could have went or wanted to go, attitudes kind of got you. So now I do different rec leagues, adult leagues. I just try to do whatever to keep me in it.
For sure. And my question for you is like, with the growth of women's basketball, what's it like to see that, especially for you seeing, coming, growing up, like we didn't see a lot of that growth happening, but now it's right now. What's it like to see that growth of women's basketball continue to grow in viewership and everything?
I love it, and I hate to bring up like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, but I once that argument started, I loved it because as long as I'm hearing, because I you get tired of hearing about the same, who's the goat of the men or who's the. I love hearing the men actually hype about female basketball because even playing in middle school and high school, the girls' game were never the games that the boys care to watch or that now that I see that men are actually enjoying watching women's basketball and debating women's basketball. I love it, and I hope it's getting better because I love to hear it because you get tired of hearing about the guy. We know what the guys can do. Like girls can play basketball too. So I love it, and I love to see where it's going.
So for you, like, from transitioning to playing to coaching, and you also play as well, how do you balance playing and also coaching along with being, a mother? How do you balance all of that?
Yeah, it was much easier before being a mother because I can move how I want to. So now I didn't get to coach last year or this past year due to being a new mom. But the way I balance it now, I can speak on now because she's a little older. She can move around a little bit. I'm actually just now getting back into the gym. The last league I played in was the Winston thing. That was my first time like getting back out there. Okay, let's see, because I've been in mommy mode all this time. So I did put coaching aside so I can just focus on my kid and getting me back to me. Because after having a kid, you change so much. Like I was 150 before the pregnancy. So I gained some weight that I didn't know what to do with because it's like I've never been this size. So I really just balanced being a mom and getting me back right before I go deal with other people's kids because kids feed off of you. So I didn't want to coach and I'm stressing over this and I'm trying to do this or I feel rushed because I got to get home to my kid. So I just right now I'm just focused more on getting me back into basketball, getting my mindset back, getting my body back how I want it to look, taking care of my kid, and then I'll get back into it.
For sure, because like you said, it was crazy because it's like we met at the Winston league, and I was like, I've never knew. Well, I've heard of the league because of like one of my good people is from that area, and I was like, okay, let's see how. And like I was like, dang, they even have a girls league. I was like, you know
Oh yeah.
what? And it was fire. Like I really loved it. I was like, man, I just wish like if they have a fall league for the women's, I'm like, I'm here for it. Like so,
Right. Right.
'cause
And that's the thing. I love Steve for that because he would ask all the time. I will go see my boyfriend play because he plays in the men's league with them. And I'm like, you got to bring the girls out. You got to bring the girls out. and it's like pulling teeth getting the girls. And I was once he put it together, and I seen what he mean. It's like everybody show up, and then it kind of dies down. It's like I wish girls would have that same momentum as the guys, because the guys can play all year.
Hmm.
You're never gonna run out of guys, and it seemed like women are kind of like slowing down on wanting to play. So it's kind of hard to find women leagues.
For sure. Shout out to Steve though. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to
Oh
the league.
yeah, oh yeah, that's my guy. Yeah,
So
he's awesome.
for real, like just the getting the opportunity to play and like being there the first, like just meeting them in the first time, I was like, oh shoot, like I'm here for it. And I was like, dang, and then it's like I've never played in a 3-on-3, and then 5-on-5. Well, I have played three, but like against the in a
Right.
professional, almost like I was like, man, this is. I was like, but the way I remember like you were playing against the team that I was like, dang, like this is a mother right here. She playing and she's a mother. I was like, hey, kudos to her. Like, because people don't understand, like, when it comes to female athletes who are mothers, the bounce back is real.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was excited to go back because there was a 3v3 league that I played in here in Greensboro. They actually have one coming up in the fall that that's how I've been getting back into it, because I'm like, I don't know if I can run yet. So I've been getting back into it, and I always got my kid with me. Like, she sits like on the side. She's such a good baby, so I can bring her anywhere, and I know she's gonna just be chill. She's gonna be all right. But yeah, the bounce back definitely, and I'm still trying to bounce back, and she's one now, so I'm still. It takes a lot. So like finding yourself, and then like you said, the word balance, like your baby, and then it's gonna always be about my kid, but I had to learn, like, hey, take some time for yourself. It's okay. She has a dad. Leave her alone. Go take care of yourself. So there's times where I would show up to Winston without her, because I always felt like she had to be with me, and he's like, no, just go. It's all right. Just go ahead. So yeah, it's definitely tough. So being out there is definitely was a big goal for me. I was like, I got to get back into basketball, because that keeps me sane. You
She's
know.
so cute too. I was like, oh, she's just
Thank you, thank you,
so
thank
my
you.
so my question for you is, what inspired you to get into coaching?
What inspired me to get into coaching was I taught. I was in I had fourth and fifth grade. I had the after school kids, and then I did summer school reading, kids that struggle with reading. And I was joking around, playing in there with the kids playing basketball. And it was one particular little girl. I was telling her, like, no, hold the ball like this, and I bet you make it. Make sure you jump. And her mom came to me and was like, hey, Jackson Middle School needs a coach. Mind you, let me rewind. I brought her into the Y. I worked at the Y. And I coached my same group of kids. I coached them from 3, 4, all the way up to 7, 8. I had the same group. So I only did it at the Y because I worked there. So I helped this particular girl. Hey, fix your form. Da da da. This is what you can do. And her mom was like, hey, you ever tried to like coach for real? It's like, nah. Like, I was just helping her out. And she was like, Jackson Middle School, that's a middle school here in Greensboro. She said, they need a coach. And I was like, I don't know. But then I was like, well, I went to Jackson. So, maybe I can. So she said some familiar names. I'm like, oh, wait, they're still there? And it just went from there. And that's like, it wasn't something that I was going for, but I ended up coaching them. And now I ended up helping out at Kaiser Middle School now.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
what's
kind of just what.
that's what's up. Cause like it's funny because like it's always those people like you coach? Do you coach? And it's like, no, it's like it's like, oh, you should. I was like, oh, okay. Like it's
Yeah.
always like, oh, like
Right. That's exact. She was like, well, I was like, no, I don't coach. She was like, well, you should. Because the why is just, the kids that just they want to learn. Either they already have the skill. So I was just there helping because I worked there. So, and it ended up getting me in the door to coaching, middle school. So,
do you hope to see more women's league opportunities in, for basketball, especially in the state of North Carolina, as North Carolina is considered the hoop state. It is the hope state. So let's get that out the way. Cause I know people are like,
oh,
this, but it's like North Carolina is the hoop state.
yeah, we definitely have the Hoopers.
But my question for you is: do you hope to see more like opportunity for women hoopers to be able to continue, you know, with leagues and stuff?
I do because I kind of get jealous when I see Jeff. That's my boyfriend's name. That's my child's father's name. I see him. It's like one league is over, and he's like, "Well, I got to get ready for the such and such league," and I'm like, "What? Y'all got another one?" So I get a little jealous because it's like, dang, the boys can really keep going. So I would love to see a lot more leagues and a lot more opportunities for women to play just as much as them.
For sure, because like I didn't like living in Charlotte. Like there's the Pro Am League here, and then I would see like in different like on social medias, like yo, I didn't realize there was this many leagues. Like holy
Right.
snap, it's like Pro Am leagues, and it's like yo, like there's so many men Pro Am leagues, but it's like where are some women leagues? And then, like I said, shout out to Steve and the League NC for providing a platform for women hoopers to hoop, which is amazing. And then,
Right.
like, so I'm like, yo, this is like crazy.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, you see the growth of like, say, women's leagues for women's sports. Like, they just released Unrivaled for women's basketball, which is the 3-on-3, which is
Right.
amazing because, you have like the 3-on-3 level of the Olympics. So for women hoops. So, and then of course, a lot of women hoopers, they have to go overseas. So it's like that's more opportunity for them. But some of them are like, say, they have a family back home. So it's like, how do, how can there be more opportunities and possibilities for them to play here, but also be near their family while they're still playing?
Right. Right.
So, but dang, like you said, here, here, here. I was like, man, I was like, dang, where's our time to shine too?
Right. Right. I get so jealous when I see so many, and it's like, dang, like when y'all don't care about us, y'all don't want to see us. So,
This leads to my question is like, what does it mean to have the support of family, especially for you to continue to play and coach?
um, support of family is huge, and it's funny that you say that because that's how me and my parents connected. Because they were, I knew I didn't have to look in the stands. I knew my mom was there. I didn't have to look in the stands. I knew my pops was there. So my pops passed 4 years ago, and I was in the middle of an adult league while this happened. So it was kind of weird. It's like I look in the stands, it's just my mom. So it's kind of, so it's always been important to me. It took me a while to actually get back out there because once it happened, I had the support of my friends and my teammates, but I told them, like, I need time because it wasn't that I didn't love basketball anymore. It's just I didn't know how I would play knowing that my dad is not here. Even I'm grown now, but he still was at every game.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened to where it's like, okay, let me maybe I can't sit like this. I went through like depression. I went through a whole lot of things because family is so important to where I couldn't even function knowing that my family, wouldn't be there. So it took me to talk to myself. A lot of people kept saying it, but I had to look in the mirror at myself and say, look, he does not want you like this. Go play basketball. That's what you like to do. Go play basketball. I got out there, and actually the first game I got back, that was probably one of my best games. I was MVP of that game when they had the girls Drew League here in Greensboro, and I'll never forget that game because I just came out hot. I was just shooting. I'm like, oh, okay, like okay, maybe I'm all right. I'm all right, and I felt like at peace out there. So I'm like, dang, I shouldn't have took that break because I felt at peace more when I was out here. So then it's like I always have my mom. So then just recently, my mom passed right before Mother's Day. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like all over again. It's like, what the heck? So family has always been a big deal because they have always been, no matter what it was, I've always had my family and my siblings, of course. But my parents we live here. My siblings live out of town. So my parents being at everything, and then as an adult, having a kid now and trying to get back into sports again, it's kind of a little shaky because it's like now I don't have either. So I sit in the stands and it's like, I mean, I sit out there and I look in the stands and it's like, dang, but I got my baby and I have my child's father. So it's kind of like, my mom definitely left me a gym right before, she passed. So because she even looks like my mom. So it's like to see her watching, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be okay. And that's my, I don't know how I would have dealt with it if I didn't have my kid. So that's like my token of it'll be okay. So now I can just get back out there and just play because I know that's my piece. And then I have something left here with me. So
For sure. I was like, oh, it's it's like you hear those moments where you see like when you're playing, you always can tell like where like say your family is sitting at. Like they always have that certain spot of the
Oh
seats.
yeah,
So it's like, oh, I know they're here. It's like I already see them already over here and stuff.
right,
Like the
right. And it's just weird to see, and it's like they're not. So in my mind, I had to play it like, oh, they had to work today. Or, I have to think like that. That's the only way I can, it's kind of like weird to some, but I have to just think that they're just somewhere else and they couldn't make the game today. So that's how I had to cope with it. And of course, my baby. So she's my piece.
I feel you. Like that describes best. It's like she's your piece. Like that describes so beautifully. It's like, oh, it's like
Yeah.
if somebody described me as their piece, I'd be like, yes,
I'm
like
me.
yes, like yes. It's like that's all I want to be. But I mean,
Right.
it's like, but my question for you is, when it comes to representation for women's sports, some people didn't have like that person that looked like them growing up, so like they had to carve their own legacy, or being or representation, being a role model. How important is representation in regards to being a role model? Is important. How important is it for women's sports?
It's extremely important. Because kids are always watching you. People that are younger than you, they are always watching you. I've been on the court and I've had a kid say, "Oh, I saw you." Actually, the Winston League. We didn't think it was that big of a crowd, but I had a little girl come up to me during Jets game and was like, "Hey, I saw you out there playing. You missed it." She's like, "You missed a shot." I was like, "That's what you been more careful because you saw that I did that. Oh, and I saw when you did this and I did that." And it's like you was watching that, you was paying attention. So representation is very important because you never know who's actually watching. I've never seen this little girl before a day in my life, but she described the shoes I had on, when I did score, what I did after I scored. Oh, you got this block, and I was like, oh, you saw that? I was like, see, I'm glad you told me I got a block. I'm telling you, she saw it. So it's kind of like it means a lot, and you have to be careful. That's why I kind of control my temper. I try to control what I say. I try not to fuss and yell at the refs, even though it can be a little hard. But it's like because you just never know who's watching. There's always somebody watching, and that is so representation in any form of life. You're representing your family also. Like when you're out in public, you're representing your family. You don't know who knows who. You don't know who's going to be the next person that hire you, but they just saw you act out at a game or something. So you just gotta representation is extremely important.
For sure. I ain't gonna lie. There's times that I have like if I will be competitive and in the
Right.
court. Sometimes that mouth of mine will accidentally slip some
Right.
few
And that's
truths.
all a part of the game. It's all a part of the game.
And it's like, dang it, like I ain't trying to miss no goddamn shot. Like,
Right.
it's like, God dang it. Or like, but man, that's hilarious that I just saw you miss the shot. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
I
You
was
ain't
like, you
supposed to
saw me
see
miss the
it.
shot. She was like, yeah, you had on the such and such jersey. I was like, oh yeah, that was me. That was me. She knew my jersey number and everything.
I was like, you ain't supposed to remember that. You're supposed to remember
Right.
you doing something great. Not this. This is no. But that is very facts because kids will observe everything. Like they will
Right.
every anything they see what you are doing, they will observe it. They will even, imitate everything. So it's like, dang, that's very true.
Right. So that's why I said representation, especially with me working in the school system, it's like you really got to be careful. That's why I'm careful with how I post, what I post. It's just you just never know who's watching.
So my question for you is, I always say that athletes are humans first.
Yeah.
um, and they are more than their sport. So, as an athlete, as a coach, as a mother, how important is mental health to you?
Extremely, extremely. I'm considered that strong friend, and it's like it's hard being the strong friend because I'm like a therapist to them. But there's a saying like every therapist needs a therapist. So it's kind of when I was going through things, mind you, I lost both parents. Um, I I take it extremely serious simply because I have dealt with this silently and it ate me up because it's like who can I they're depending on me, who can I talk to? So now I kind of had to put other people's feelings kind of aside because I was tearing myself apart, trying to still. I was actually in a few games battling depression. Nobody knew because I'm still laughing, hiding it well because I didn't want anyone to ask what's wrong. I'm okay. Because I'm used to being the one that's you can do this. It's okay. Get up. So I didn't know how to like. I don't know how to be the expressor. I think that's a word. Like so. I think is extremely important because I'm glad that I was able to get through it because I did find someone that will listen. Because sometimes that's all someone wants you to do is just listen. I actually I'm currently in therapy because I used to be anti-therapy, like oh, I'm okay. But it actually works when you're talking to someone that doesn't know you, doesn't that they can't judge you. Because I would talk to like older cousins or an aunt or something like that, and it's like because they know me, they're going to give me their biased opinion or their bias, and it's like I don't need you thinking you know me. I need help. So talking to someone that you don't know, going to therapist, that's what I'm doing currently doing now because I rather, it's super important to me, and I don't want anyone to hide the fact that they're going through something, and the fact that, especially as women, we have to even act like everything is okay because we're so scared of being judged. So I'm
Mhm.
just gonna say I'm okay because if I tell you that I'm not, if I tell you what's going on, it's like you're either gonna judge me or either it's gonna be like, what can you do about it? Then
Mhm.
it's like, oh, maybe I regret telling them because now your business is everywhere. So you just the trust issues that come with it. But I really like mental health is it's extremely important, and I feel like it's important for people to talk to someone that they can trust.
Girl, I felt everything you said because, like, dang, the strong friend. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, being that strong friend is like it's like
Oh
yes.
yeah.
It's almost like this. It's almost like the second nature thing where you have to be strong, and then there's times
Right.
it's like I just want to break down crying, and it's like,
Right.
can I have that moment for myself, please? Because like,
Right.
but like, but sometimes I felt everything you just said. I was like, oh man,
Uh,
like especially like the part where you're like, I'm playing through like, you know, I'm playing through it and like, yes, I'm the happy. You're like, it's almost like you're giving the happy go lucky. Yeah, I'm fine, and then
yeah.
it's like, how do I tell somebody that I'm really not good? But like, you don't want to like say, like you said, you know, regret telling somebody, and then everything all of a sudden the business is out there. It's like shoot, like dang it, like
Right. Right. So it's definitely tough, but and I'm always known like, oh, she smiles all the time. She's so happy, which I'm genuinely a happy person. I don't meet any strangers. I talk to whoever talk to me. Like I'm cool, but sometimes because I've been that way all my life, just like I can hide it because y'all expect me to be the happy one, so I'm just gonna keep up the expectations because that's just what I'm used to and that's just what I know. So
what
I
advice
can
would
do
you
it to
give
them.
what advice would you give your younger self? What advice would you get tell your younger self to, especially if say, because I know like you were saying earlier, like attitude kind of got in the way of
Right.
you know what advice would you give to your younger self that's you know that's watching, you know.
It's just one word: perseverance. Perseverance. Keep going, because there's so many things because of I felt like I wasn't good enough, or there's no, even if I heard about the program, I've gotten people's like, oh no, you should try it out. You should try it out. But I just always felt like I'm not good enough to run with them. Like I always felt that way, so I want to tell like my younger self to go for it. Like just push through, and then if it's something that you start, finish it, because I have a bad habit of having this bright idea and I will stick with it for a little bit, and then when stuff is not going, or if I feel like I'm not good enough or something not good, I'll quit. I just leave it. I push it aside. It can be $1 million idea and I never know because I stopped so early. So another word would be patience. So I would tell my younger self, right, be patient. It's okay. Persevere. Like, you're right. You gotta have that confidence.
I definitely got to talk to you about the pro am after this, especially because it's tea. But
Uh,
it's tea. But if there was a script, if there was a, I was gonna say, this is how real my podcast is. I'm gonna have so there's be bloopers moments. So if I blooper, I apologize. But that's how raw and real this podcast is. So so
right.
if there was a phrase or word that describes your journey overall, what would it be and why?
If there was a phrase or word to describe my journey, it would be, it's crazy. I just said perseverance. That would literally, that's my, I kind of want it tattooed on me because I lost I lost three people close, very, very, very close to me, and one was one of my closest, my best friend. I lost Kaya. Me and her, we hooped together. I lost her, and we're the same age, so of course that takes a toll. And then I lost my pops. I lose my mom. So perseverance. That's I could have gave up. I could have said just forget everything. I just got to keep because life doesn't really stop. Just because they went on to be with the Lord, it's kind of just like I'm still here. I still got to live. I still got people depending on me. I have to. I can't like I can hear my mom's voice all the time. Like, no, get up, go, do what you need to do today. Open them blinds. Like that's her. She says that like a lot. Open them blinds. Don't sit in the dark. Like persevere. So perseverance is definitely like my word. I have to. I can't stop. I definitely can't stop. Now I have a little one. So that's my
Perseverance is that word. It sure is that word. So. But I always ask my guests this question because bona fide means authentic and unique. So, what makes Miss Brandy Carmon bona fide, and what makes your story stands out?
Well, I'm sure that there's plenty of people that have battled and went through a whole lot of things, but what makes me unique is that I'm me behind closed doors and in person. I don't My dad always told me like you only have one chance to make a first impression and you never know what the first impression is. I can be in a grocery store, they're going to get the same me that the person I work with. Like, that anybody that describe me, they're probably going to all describe me the same way because I don't change who I am. Like, if you can't accept me for the type of person that I am, or because I'm very outgoing, I'm very outspoken, it can get me in some trouble sometimes. But that's just me, and I don't change it. So I feel like it makes me unique because a lot of people feel like they got to change who they are to fit in, and I've never been one of those to want to fit in with anybody. I would ride by myself anywhere all day because I'm comfortable with who I am, so I'm not gonna change. I don't want to be uncomfortable to suit someone else. So that's what makes me kind of very different and unique because I'm gonna be me. I'm me behind closed doors. A lot of people are nice up front and then behind closed doors they're rude. I'm me. The person you get, that's me everywhere all the time.
Woo! Big facts too. Big facts. Like it's like I'm giving you the energy and you receiving that energy. It's like you
Right.
getting the person that you seeing right now because I'm gonna be the same person that I am behind closed doors. So
Right. Right.
big facts. Let them know. So Miss Brandy, can you let the viewers know how where they can support or follow you, and if there's any upcoming events, especially for basketball season for you?
I do plan on playing in another 3v3 league that's coming up in the fall here in Greensboro. Um, you can follow me on IG, Sagittarius underscore Hooper. Um, Facebook is my first and last name, Brandy Carmon, Carmon. And my personality kind of shows everywhere. And I'm also a dog groomer and I do dog baths and boarding and grooming. So that's another passion of mine that I developed as I got older. So yeah, I mean, you just hit me up on those two. I'm My personality shows everywhere.
Y'all heard it from the queen here first. Y'all be sure to follow Miss Brandy at Sagittarius underscore Hooper. And like she said, y'all got some dogs like to groom. She got you. So be sure to check her out. So Be sure to check out the live replay of Bonafide Her podcast, episode 160. Is it two? Yes. Oh my gosh. Episode 162. I had to figure. I was like, wait a minute. Yep. Be sure to check out the live replay of episode 162 of Bonafide Her podcast featuring the queen herself, Miss Brandy Carmon. You can check out
Thank
the live
you.
replay after this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.